Shalom, everybody. My name is Zev Garber. I am a professor of Jewish Studies and Hebrew at Los Angeles Valley College. I began my professional career at Valley College in 1970 and still continue to teach, despite the retirement in 2009, a class in Jewish Studies and in Hebrew at LAVC, Los Angeles Valley College. I am honored by the invitation granted to me by one of my students, Baruch, to say a few words about a new development that's going to take place online, affecting the communities here, there, and everywhere. The kollel that will be established online is named Beit Bitzalel, Beit Knesset, Ubeit Midrash, the house of Bitzalel, and is annotated as a place of synagogue, congregational worship, and a place of learning. It's basically a kollel. A kollel is a get-together where you have people listening by Zoom to different lessons or shiurim, which will be given by distinguished rabbis of different backgrounds, primarily Mizrahi in intent, about a Devar Yerushalayim, about a Devar Torah, about a Devar Midrash, whatever the subject may be. And this is what is now happening. So we invite you to join into something of this nature at the convenience of where you're located and enjoy the Torah that will be distributed online. In light of that, let me perhaps say a few words myself. Not too long ago was the sanctification of a state holiday in Israel called Yom Yerushalayim, the Day of Jerusalem, based on an event in 1967 with the unification of East and West Jerusalem and Jerusalem, Birat Yisrael, the capital of Israel, as a unified city. Yom Yerushalayim is primarily a State of Israel holiday, but that word Yerushalayim is so infested with Hebrew, infested with religious, infested with Yiddishkeit, that I'd like to say a few words about it. There's a wonderful psalm, Psalm 122, which talks about greeting Jerusalem and standing within the gates of Jerusalem, a Jerusalem that's rebuilt, probably associated with the second rebuilding of the temple after the Babylonian exile and the returning Jews coming back in 539 and following. The second temple was built 100 or so years later than that. In any case, we're told how Jerusalem is greeted as a testimony to Israel and how it's greeted as the tribes of Israel, called the tribes of the Lord, greet the city of Jerusalem. Shiftei Yah, it says in the text. But there's one verse that stands out, and I can see this as a verse in the kollel. Psalm 122, verse number 6. Sha'alu Shalom Yerushalayim, Yishlayu Ohavaya, which translates in English as pray for the peace of Jerusalem, and may they prosper, they that love you. The English is English. The Hebrew is so different. The Hebrew text has the words of Yerushalayim, Shalom, in it, repeated several times over. In the phrase asked for the peace of Jerusalem, the Shin, the Aleph, and the Lamed can easily be transposed into the Shin, Lamed, Mem of the word Shalom and the ending of the word Yerushalayim. And then pray for the praise of those who love you. That Yishlayu word has a Shin and Lamed associated with it as well. How would you know that in English? This is what the kollel will do. It will take the Hebrew of a text. It will point out how similar all of these words are. It will then join them together. And you'll have the word, in this case, of peace, of tranquility, of wholeness. All those words translate that word Shin Lamed Mem. That's the kollel in his teaching moment. What was it, 30 seconds, 60 seconds? How much can we learn from all that? Again, we welcome you. I greeted you with shalom at the beginning. I'll end with shalom at the end. The word means complete and wholeness. Shalom.